What's up, collectors? Welcome back to Films by Color. I am actually headed out to another Barnes & Noble today, not for Criterion stuff, for Arrow Video stuff. If you haven't heard, there is a 50% off Arrow sale all month long in the entire month of August. I am not a huge Arrow Video collector, but I do have a few titles back there on the shelf, and there is at least one new title that has come out recently that I want to go grab while it's 50% off. So I'm going to be heading up to the Perimeter store again today because my Barnes & Noble does not have any Arrow stuff anymore. But when I was there at the Perimeter store with John looking for Criterion stuff, I did notice, we both noticed quite a few Arrow video releases that they had there. So I'm actually going to meet up with him again. We're going to go check out the Barnes & Noble again and looking for Arrow stuff this time. He doesn't collect Arrow at all. He pretty much only collects Criterion. But who knows? He said he's down to look, and we're going to see if we can get him to buy anything. So let's go ahead and jump into the store, and we'll see what they have. What's up, guys? We are back at Barnes & Noble. Look what I got. Look what I got with me.
I can't stay away. Hi, guys.
John's here. I told him I was going to stop by today because last time we were here looking at Criterions, which are right over there, we noticed that they had a lot of Arrow stuff here. There's a 50% off Arrow sale going on all month long in the month of August. So check out your Barnes & Nobles. Hopefully they still have Arrow sections. Mine doesn't. His does. A little bit. They're kind of mixed in.
It's
with
not
the
a section, but
No.
it's here.
They're mixed in with the regular stuff. This one sounds
I
interesting.
mean, Hand of Death? That sounds great, right? Yeah.
The Warriors 2? What's this one about, guys? Let me know if I have any Arrow fans out there, because I don't know. Everyone in the comments always talks about Criterion, but I've never done an Arrow video, so. Something cool about this one, actually, is they include like 3 different cuts of the film. So there's the main theatrical cut, which is the only one that's in 4K. But then there's 2 Blu-rays, one with the TV cut. It was like an international TV cut that was like 40 minutes longer.
Longer?
Yeah.
I thought they usually would cut this out.
No, they put scenes back in, and then there was like this fan cut going around called the Ulysses cut. That was going around the internet for a while because when they had to, the TV cut did have 40 extra minutes, but they cut out like some language and some violence and stuff. So the Ulysses cut added in the extra footage, but also added in the stuff that was cut out. So that's like the ultimate cut, which they include on here in a Blu-ray, which is pretty cool. I've never heard of that, but it has a really cool cover.
Sleep? Sandra Hüller. She's good. She's in a movie that was just, I think it just won a Cannes this year.
Oh.
And a movie called Tony Erdmann from a few years back. Did you see that one?
No.
Into your modern German cinema.
She's
great.
This is on my modern German.
Yeah.
I really want this, but I want to get the 4K version.
I think they might have it here.
This is just the Blu-ray, but it looks beautiful.
They do a lot of Hong Kong stuff.
Yeah.
I flipped through a couple of those, and they mean nothing to me. I'm sure they're great.
The 8 diagram pole fighter doesn't mean anything to you?
No, but I mean, look at that. Are those like mecha wolves or something?
So this is nice. So you were telling me about this. This is written by Tarantino?
Yeah. I don't know what the story is, if he was going to direct it and didn't, or what happened, but it's kind of his start in terms of filmmaking.
Nice. It's a nice 4K deluxe box set for only $30.
Is there a book?
50% off, yeah.
Booklet?
Yeah, they do nice booklets. They do booklets, they do posters, which is something that Criterion doesn't do, which I'm okay with because I don't really know what to do with posters. Yeah, my Barnes & Noble used to have like a whole section of Arrow, and now it's just nothing.
Edge of Sanity with Anthony Perkins.
Ew. That's it. Wow. After Psycho 3, he just... Is he in Psycho 3? I know he's in Psycho 2.
Yeah, I think he's in all of them.
Oh, is he in... He's
It's kind of how his career just sort of fell apart.
They've got the 4K Donnie Darko. Or at least the slimmed down version. That one has one of these nice big cases, but you don't care about packaging, so you're good.
I mean,
There's Dune.
oh, interesting. So I do kind of want to watch. I was going to ask you if you want to work through the David Lynch filmography with me. But
Yeah. Well, because you said that Emory University is showing a whole like month-long David Lynch cinematheque?
like semester long. So
Semester long.
yeah. So I think it's usually about 12 weeks, and they do Tuesday night or something. They'll do a screening. They did a film noir one a few years ago. They did Fellini. But yeah, it's run by the department. It's free for people. If you live in Atlanta,
Sweet.
check it out.
Check it out. They're gonna go through probably most of his films. He only has like 10, right?
He has 10 features, and then I think they're going to do a little bit of Twin Peaks.
Oh, that makes sense.
He's got a lot of short
Speaking
films
of-
and stuff too.
There it is. Tremors. That's one of your favorites.
What does that mean? Yeah. Does that have giant worms in it too? I did just a giant worm set.
Yeah.
Tremors.
Look at that. They look great, dude. They're both orange.
Mall rats?
That's pretty cool too.
Kind of random.
Little Kevin Smith.
Little Kevin Smith.
Nice slipcover. 4K. I know nothing about this movie.
Have you watched any Kevin Smith?
I don't think so.
Clerks? Start with Clerks.
I'm interested in Dogma actually,
Yeah?
but this looks cool.
It's people hanging out at a mall.
This is the one with Stan Lee in it.
Yeah.
Stan Lee has a cameo in this. I was reminded because he's right
Sure.
there.
Okay. It's been a good couple of decades since I saw this one. Did he do Chasing Amy? Was that him too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's in the collection,
It is.
the Criterion collection, on DVD anyway. It used to be. Out of print for a long time. I saw that at a Goodwill one time, and I didn't grab it because I didn't
Oh.
know it was out of print at the time.
Silent Running. This is a
Ooh,
classic.
that is pretty sweet actually. I do like that. This is the one I was telling you about that's directed by the like visual effects lead on 2001, Douglas
Trumbull. Yeah.
Looks pretty sweet. You ever see Logan's Run? It's a crazy movie.
I know about it. Actually, it was just here. I haven't
really?
seen it. Somewhere here.
I might need to look at it because I don't have that on Blu-ray. Behind the counter, there's a few. Weird Science, Flash Gordon, basket case. Yeah, this is awesome. That looks really cool. But I know nothing about these movies.
How many movies are on there?
This is volume 2,
Oh God.
and it has 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even. There's like 2 in
There's a
each.
ton.
There's 2 in each. So yeah, a lot of stuff.
Impressive.
What is all
This
this?
is a-
What is going on?
This is a novel. I think they just use this as like a staging area.
This is what has come of the media section in Barnes and Nobles. It's just for junk. All right, you ready for November? Just watch this. Haven't wanted to punch a teenager in the face that hard since Ballad of Narayama.
David Lynch doesn't have the movies in the first place,
Doesn't have that many.
so I have at least half of them already, and I kind of wanted to see Dune. I've heard this is absolutely terrible, but well, not terrible. I shouldn't say that. But I'd like to compare it to the new ones, though. Did you see the?
New one's great.
Yeah. Okay.
I love the new one. I can't wait till the second one comes out, which is in a couple months.
November, December,
November.
It's one of those months. That means all the months at the end of the year. Yeah, and then there's
you've got
this
a
one,
bunch.
which is like British boarding school
Torture.
trauma.
Oh,
That's what it sounds like.
like Diabolique, modern Diabolique,
Maybe.
that focuses on the kids instead of the wife.
There's only one way to find out.
All right, what's up, guys? They did not have the 4K version of Hugo at that last Barnes & Noble that I was at with John. They only had the Blu-ray version, so I have now come to a second Barnes & Noble on my way home, and I'm going to see if I can find one here. Alright guys, I'm back at home, and I'm actually shooting this really late the same night, but I couldn't wait any longer to get this open, so I'm going ahead and getting it over with now. This is the only title I picked up at the store. They actually didn't have it at the first store, but I was able to stop at another Barnes & Noble on the way home, and they had it, the 4K edition of Hugo. There it is. It's so nice. Man, I mean, obviously I wish it was the slipcase, nice hard box that Arrow usually does for these, but This is a smaller title that probably won't sell as many, so I understand just getting the slipcover, but even so, it is a lovely slipcover. Super nice. I can't wait to check this out. I really, really liked this movie when it came out. It hit me at just the right time. What was this, 2012? Not sure exactly what year it was, but it was right around the midpoint in my college years. I just finished like the first half of college. I was in VFX and motion graphics at the Art Institute of Atlanta. I had just finished a whole course on the history of visual effects, and we learned a lot about the father of visual effects, Georges Méliès, who this movie is kind of a love letter to. So just coming off of that class and going into this movie was awesome. I have really good memories about this movie. Georges Méliès is incredible. Inventor of the jump cut and pioneer of many other visual effects techniques that we still use to this day. So I loved this movie when it came out. I haven't seen it since. So I really need to watch it again, and I'm so glad that they put out this nice 4K version of it. I'm gonna go ahead and get it opened up and we can see what it's like under the slipcover. All right, here we go. We have it out of the packaging. Like I said, this is the only thing I picked up in the sale. John did get two other things. He picked up Sleep, and he picked up, which is kind of like a folk horror film, and then he also picked up Unmin Wittering and Zigo, which I have no idea what that is, but he did dip his toe into Arrow Video for the first time and got a couple titles. Those are both blind buys for him, so I hope he enjoys both of those. Hope you enjoyed those, buddy, and had a fun time looking around the store with you. But I got Hugo, which was the main thing I wanted to grab. I was tempted to get other things. I almost got the Silent Running 4K, but there is like a deluxe box set version of that I would rather hold out for and see if I can find for a good deal. So I'm going to hold out on that one. I was also tempted to buy the big deluxe 4K box set of Wild Things, but decided against it. Probably won't get a lot of use out of that one. But Grace and I did watch that last year, and it was funny. It was wacky and zany and crazy and fun. Wow. Okay, so we've got different artwork underneath here, which I like. I like that art style, and I always like when they give us different artwork other than the slipcover. Make it worth it. Shut the people up that hate slipcovers and think they're a waste of space. At least you get different art. At least you get different art on this one. So wow, this is a 3-disc set. You've got the 4K Ultra HD right there. And then you've got disc 2, feature and extras, which is a Blu-ray. And then disc 3 says bonus disc. Like I said, I wish it was a more deluxe packaging treatment for this movie because I think it is pretty great. But I'll have to rewatch it and see how it holds up for me, because I was primed and ready. College DJ was ready to love this film. Since then, I've gotten even more into Méliès, and I've seen a lot of his earlier films. I have this lovely release from Flicker Alley. This is called Fairy Tales in Color. It has a lot of his very early, late 1800, early 1900 films, including the big ones like Trip to the Moon and The Impossible Voyage. Highly, highly recommend picking this up if you're interested in that era of filmmaking. His stuff is so fun and delightful to go back to, and I think it's a good thing to show kids early on in their film journey, because I did show this to my son, and we watched these. A lot of them are fun fantasy adventures with witches, and there's a Rip Van Winkle short, which is a lot of fun, and those two big ones, of course, that you've already heard of. This is an excellent presentation of those. It has all of the films in multiple versions with multiple music tracks for each one. It also has a Blu-ray and a DVD disc, and then it also has a nice thick booklet with a little background on each short, which is awesome. So highly recommend starting there and getting a little background on Méliès. And then if you haven't seen it, check this out, because it's a nice, solid, well-made Scorsese film about one of my favorite filmmakers. So I can't recommend it enough. I'm going to pull out the poster in here, because Arrow Video always does posters with their releases, and a booklet. So it's not a thick hardbound booklet like the deluxe versions get, but it is a nice little, it's bigger than a Criterion booklet still. It's not just a fold out. It is several pages, about 23 pages. So I'm gonna open up their poster. I'm assuming it's the same thing as always, where you've got the new artwork on one side and the original poster on the other. Yep, there's the original poster with the famous clock tower scene, and then there's the new artwork that's also on the front of the disc. Is there alternate artwork on here? There is. Okay. I'm definitely going to keep it on this side because I like the custom artwork. This artwork is very similar to the artwork that's on my regular Blu-ray release. There's the Blu-ray. Gonna have to figure out something to do with this because I won't need it anymore. But yeah, glad I held off on this and was able to pick it up for 50% off. which was just $25 for a brand new deluxe boutique 4K. So you can't beat that. Highly recommend you running out and grabbing that from your local Barnes & Noble if you can find it. They're hard to find. Like I said, that first store only had the Blu-ray version, and I'm glad I held out because the second store had the 4K. So very excited to check that out. Gonna watch that downstairs, and I don't know if there's any new bonus features. Maybe that third disc is new Arrow specific bonus features, which I'm very interested in checking out. I'd love to do a whole night of this. That is my pickup from the 50% off Arrow sale for the month of August. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and get some more, maybe, or maybe I'll go online and see what they have on there because they'll have a wider selection. Let me know, are you guys picking up anything in the sale, or do you plan to check out the sale? Because I need recommendations for Arrow. I'm much more in the Criterion bubble and some of the other labels, but Arrow is pretty much unknown territory for me. I just have a few titles back there. I've got under 10, I think. I've got around 10 titles from Arrow, so I can always use your recommendations. So I will talk to you again in the comments below. Once again, big shout out to John for hopping in and making this quick little fun video with me. I enjoyed hanging out with you, and I will see you guys again real soon in another video.